On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Trek.
A long and difficult journey, typically on foot.
Examples:
Horseback trek. Trek expedition. He was preparing for a long trek through the mountains.
Alien.
A person who comes from a different country, race, or group, a form of life assumed to exist outside the Earth or its atmosphere.
Examples:
Alien fungi. Resident aliens. Alien species have drastically altered the ecosystem in this area.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
Creature of habit. Artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Distant.
Far away in space, time, or where you are, far apart in relevance, relationship, or kinship.
Examples:
A distant memory. Distant ancestors. The sun set over the crest of distant hills.
Insect.
Any small creature that has 6 legs and a body divided into 3 sections.
Examples:
Insect antenna. Insect biology. These insects are more prevalent above a certain latitude.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
Obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Primate.
Any mammal of the order primates, which includes monkeys, apes, and humans.
Examples:
Primate species. Primate sanctuary. Many scientists study primate behavior and intelligence.
Compelling.
Arousing strong and irresistible interest, attention, or admiration.
Examples:
Tell a compelling story. New and compelling evidence. His compelling presentation deeply moved everyone.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Emphasize.
To give or show particular importance to something.
Examples.
Emphasize her words. Emphasize a direct relationship. Use italics or capitals to emphasize a word in a piece of writing.
Differ.
To be not like someone or something in some way.
Examples.
Differ from the majority. Differ according to species. The two products differed in their quality and price.
Excel.
To be extremely good at or proficient in doing something.
Examples.
Excel in description. Excel at communication. The company excels in customer service.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples.
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples.
A picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Infrared.
Relating to or denoting electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength just longer than that of red light but shorter than that of microwave radiation, used for sensing heat and for remote control.
Examples.
An infrared lamp. Infrared radiation. The infrared camera revealed a hidden image on the surface.
Off-screen.
Not appearing or happening on the screen in a film, play, or television program, pertaining to events or actions that occur outside of the viewer's or audience's direct view.
Examples.
Off-screen presence. Off-screen action. The off-screen chemistry between the two actors added depth to their on-screen romance.
Electronics.
The branch of physics and technology that deals with the behavior and control of electrons and the use of electronic devices and systems.
Examples.
Electronics industry. Electronics store. The company specializes in manufacturing and selling cutting-edge electronics.
Loom.
To appear or take shape as a large, especially in a frightening way.
Examples.
Loom over the global economy. Loom on the horizon. The issue of divorce loomed large in his mind.
Predator.
An animal whose natural behavior is to prey on others.
Examples.
Apex predator. Sexual predators. The native South American animals were in danger because of the predator's arrival.
Extend.
To broaden in scope, range, or area.
Examples:
Extend the warranty. Extend a line. Her visit will extend from Monday to Friday.
Sachet.
To walk in a way that is exaggeratedly graceful and confident, typically with one's hips swaying from side to side.
Examples:
Sashay down the runway. Sashay into the room. She loves to sashay onto the dance floor and impress everyone with her moves.
Crop.
A plant that is cultivated in large amounts, particularly for food.
Examples:
Crop field. Crop herbicide. Sow early for an early crop.
Duration.
The length of time something lasts or continues.
Examples:
The duration of insurance. Short duration. The military incarcerated him for the duration of the war.
Blink.
To shut and open the eyes quickly, to gleam or glow in a regular or intermittent way.
Examples:
Blink his eyes. Blink in astonishment. He blinked in the dazzling sunlight.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Initiate.
To begin or start something, to teach the basics or fundamentals of something to somebody, to formally admit someone into a group or organization.
Examples:
Initiate a project. Initiate a discussion. The committee will initiate an investigation into the company's financial records.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
A motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Aircraft.
Any vehicle that can fly and carry things or passengers, such as a plane or helicopter.
Examples:
An aircraft landing. Aircraft control system. The marine aircraft manufacturer demonstrated their newest hydroplane.
Generate.
To produce or create something, to make offspring by reproduction.
Examples:
Generate more electricity. Generate $100 a month. The economic stimulation program would generate a lot of new jobs.
Sufficient.
Adequate, enough for a particular purpose or requirement.
Examples:
Sufficient time. Self-sufficient economy. That candidate does not have sufficient means to win an election with certainty.
Aerodynamics.
The study of the motion of air, particularly its interaction with solid objects moving through it, such as aircraft or cars.
Examples:
Aerodynamics research. Aerodynamics design. The aerodynamics of the car allowed it to glide smoothly through the air.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Controller.
A person or device that manages or regulates the operation of a system, equipment, or machine, a high-level position within an organization responsible for overseeing management, operations, and reporting.
Examples:
Controller board. Financial controller. The gaming controller was the missing piece I needed to enjoy my video games fully.
Cockpit.
The area in an aircraft or spacecraft from which the pilot controls the aircraft or spacecraft.
Examples:
Navigator's cockpit. Cockpit ship. The pilot sat in the cockpit of the airplane.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Bumblebee.
A large, furry bee with black and yellow bands on its body that is known for its loud buzzing sound and its important role in pollinating plants.
Examples:
Bumblebee pollination. Protecting bumblebees. The sound of the bumblebee's wings was soothing to listen to.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Tackle.
To try to deal with a complex problem or situation.
Examples:
Tackle the issue. Help tackle climate change. The government is determined to tackle sharp inflation.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Dynamic.
Having a lot of energy, ideas, and enthusiasm and a strong personality, of or relating to dynamics, equals the branch of physics and engineering concerned with the forces that cause motions of bodies.
Examples:
A dynamic market. Dynamic person. The sprinter has a dynamic way of running.
Flap.
A piece of material attached to a garment, sail, or aircraft which flaps in the wind. Verb, to move in a wavy pattern or with an up and down motion.
Examples:
The flap of wings. Flap out a candle. The flap of the tent was open, letting in the fresh air.
Mineral.
A solid inorganic substance occurring in nature having a definite chemical composition.
Examples:
Vitamin and minerals. Mineral rights. The robust economy of the country is based on its mineral resources.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Tornado.
A violent, rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the earth and a cumulonimbus cloud, characterized by a twisting, funnel-shaped cloud.
Examples:
Tornado alley. Tornado warning. The deadly tornado that hit the town yesterday destroyed many buildings and injured several people.
Vortex.
A mass of whirling air, water, dust, or smoke, especially a whirlpool or whirlwind.
Examples:
Vortex formation. Blow in a vortex. The vortex of the tornado was massive and destructive.
Morphology.
The study of the form and structure of plants, animals, and other organisms. The study of the alteration of word forms as they change from one part of speech to another.
Examples:
Morphology of a language. Cellular morphology. The morphology of rocks can reveal clues about their geological history.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Aerial.
A type of acrobatics or gymnastics performed while suspended from hanging fabric or rings, a pass or shot in sports, particularly in soccer or volleyball, that is made while the player is in the air.
Examples:
Aerial antenna. Aerial photography. The aerial view from the airplane showed the beautiful landscape below.
Maneuver.
A motion or combination of moves that requires skill and care, a clever strategy, activity, or movement intended to give someone an advantage.
Examples:
Political maneuvers. Made a great maneuver. In this class, we learn the basic maneuver of a plane.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Activate.
Make something start working, more active or dynamic.
Examples:
Activate a receptor. Activate a motor. You must activate the software with a 16-digit key before you can use it.
Contraction.
The act or process of becoming smaller or shorter in size, volume, or amount.
Examples:
Contraction of a disease. Contraction in the industry. The contraction of the economy has led to job losses.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Specialized.
Possessing or relating to specific knowledge or skills that are unique to a particular field or task, designed or intended for a particular purpose or function.
Examples:
Specialized knowledge. Specialized equipment. The hospital has many specialized departments, including cardiology and oncology.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Portion.
One component of a larger entity.
Examples:
The inner portion of the body. Large portion. The rocket's front portion falls off.
Shield.
A protective covering or structure, especially in the past, that soldiers held in front of their bodies to protect themselves.
Examples:
A heat shield. A shield for protecting against a bullet. Lead is an effective shield against X-rays, gamma rays, and other harmful radiation.
Attach.
To fasten, join, or connect one thing to another.
Examples:
Attach firmly. Attach a file to an email. He does not attach importance to these rumors.
Reconfigure.
To change the configuration or arrangement of something, often to improve its performance or functionality.
Examples:
Reconfigure the network. Reconfigure the operating system. We need to reconfigure the office layout to use the space better.
Hinge.
A joint that holds the edge of a door, window, lid, etc. and allows it to open or close.
Examples:
A stiff hinge. Insecure hinge. His involvement is the hinge of our plan.
Stroke.
A medical condition in which poor blood flow to the brain causes cell death, the act of swinging or striking at a ball with a club, racket, etc.
Examples:
Suffer stroke. A stroke of the putter. This year's extreme heat has resulted in many heat stroke cases.
Trajectory.
The curved path followed by an object moving through space.
Examples:
Career trajectory. A trajectory missile. The company has shown an excellent growth trajectory over the years.
Sensor.
A device that receives a signal or stimulus such as heat, pressure, light, motion, etc., and responds to it in a specific manner.
Examples:
Motion sensor lighting. An image sensor. This automatic door could no longer be opened due to a sensor failure.
Antenna.
An electrical device that sends or receives radio or television signals. Biology, one or more pairs of appendages used for sensing in insects.
Examples:
Antenna of insect. Extend the TV antenna. He had a special antenna for public relations.
Odor.
A distinctive or unpleasant smell, a scent or aroma that can be sensed through the sense of smell.
Examples:
Odor control. Pleasant odor. The odor from the trash can was unbearable, so I had to take it out.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Detection.
The act of discovering or identifying the presence of something.
Examples:
Detection by the security software. Importance of early detection. This smartphone has a collision detection function.
Sophisticated.
Having a great deal of worldly experience and knowledge of people's behavior, culture, and fashion.
Examples:
Sophisticated look. A sophisticated lifestyle. Marketing strategies are growing more sophisticated.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Deformation.
The process of changing the physical shape or form of something, usually due to external forces or pressure.
Examples:
Deformation at room temperature. Deformation of structures. Various factors, including pressure, temperature, and the application of external forces, can cause the deformation of rocks.
Halt.
To bring or come to a stop, To force to stop moving or operating.
Examples:
Halt production. Halt progress. The train came to a halt at the station.
Gyroscope.
A device consisting of a spinning wheel or disc mounted in such a way that it can rotate freely in any direction, used to maintain balance, stability, or orientation in navigation, aerospace, or other systems.
Examples:
Gyroscope sensor. Inertial navigation gyroscope. The gyroscope in the spacecraft helps to stabilize its orientation during the mission.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Forth.
Forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples:
Bring forth a beautiful vase. Call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Hertz.
The unit of frequency, equal to 1 cycle per second, often used to describe the frequency of electromagnetic waves or electronic signals.
Examples:
Audio hertz. Terahertz radiation. The human ear can detect sounds with frequencies ranging from 20 to 20,000 hertz.
Rotation.
The action or process of moving in a circle around an axis or center.
Examples:
Job rotation. A period of rotation. The rotation of the earth causes day and night.
Sensory.
Of or relating to the physical senses.
Examples:
A sensory organ. A child with sensory issues. Sharks have highly developed sensory systems and are extremely sensitive creatures.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Neuroscience.
The scientific study of the function, structure, and disorder of the brain and the nervous system.
Examples:
The branch of neuroscience. A theoretical concept in neuroscience. Our university is famous for its professors who are well-versed in behavioral neuroscience.
Punchline.
The final sentence or phrase in a joke, which is intended to be funny or surprising and to bring the joke to a climax.
Examples:
Have no punchline. The final punchline. The punchline of the joke was hilarious.
Explore.
To travel to or penetrate an area or a country to learn about it, to thoroughly examine a subject or a possibility to learn more about it.
Examples:
Explore the world. Explore our options. The management must explore strategies to increase office security.
Notion.
A general idea or understanding of something, particularly an abstract or complex concept, a belief or opinion, often one that is not based on solid evidence or facts.
Examples:
Notion of success. Vague notion. The notion of time travel has long fascinated scientists and fiction writers alike.
Simplicity.
The quality or condition of being natural and plain or easy to understand or do.
Examples:
A life of simplicity. Refined simplicity. He liked the car because of the simplicity of the design.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Narcissist.
A person who is excessively self-absorbed, especially regarding their appearance or achievements.
Examples:
Relationship with a narcissist. Somatic narcissist. He thinks she is a high narcissist because she always talks about herself and her accomplishments.
Metric.
Using or relating to the meter as a unit of length, a system of related measures that facilitates the quantification of some particular characteristic.
Examples:
Metric units. Key performance metrics. In the metric system, measurements are made in meters and liters.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
Trump card. Choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Ratio.
The relative size or amount of one thing to another, typically expressed in the form of a fraction or decimal.
Examples:
Debt-to-income ratio. Ratio of boys to girls. The ratio of water to sugar in the recipe is 1:2.
Repertoire.
The range or variety of skills, abilities, performances, or works that a person or group is capable of producing or performing. The entire body of works that is available to an individual or group to choose from when performing or producing something.
Examples:
Musical repertoire. Cooking repertoire. The chef's repertoire of dishes includes both classic and innovative recipes.
Calculate.
To judge or find out the amount or number of something by using mathematics.
Examples:
Calculate the distance. Calculate his credit score. He couldn't calculate the actual value of the artwork.
Inequality.
The unfairness of a society in which some people have more opportunity, money, etc. than others. Mathematics, relation between two values when they are different.
Examples:
Inequality in salary. Algebraic inequality. There are several causes of economic inequality within societies.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Absurd.
Ridiculously silly, unreasonable, or illogical.
Examples:
Absurd storyline. An absurd amount of money. We immediately rejected his absurd suggestion.
Studied.
Deliberately considered or scrutinized, carefully thought out or planned.
Examples:
Studied analysis. Well-studied decision. His speech was carefully crafted and delivered with studied confidence.
Comparable.
Able to link the similarities or differences with others, similar or equivalent to someone or something.
Examples:
Comparable sales. A comparable amount of energy. Humans and apes have comparable anatomical structures.
Forage.
To search or hunt for food, provisions, or other necessities. To scavenge or seek out resources in a determined or systematic manner.
Examples:
Forage for food. Forage for information. She would forage through her massive handbag every morning to find her keys.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Courtship.
The period of time when two individuals go through the process of getting to know each other, often with the intent of forming a romantic or intimate relationship.
Examples:
Traditional courtship, romantic courtship. The movie depicts an old-fashioned courtship between the two main characters.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Payload.
The amount of cargo or goods that a vehicle or equipment is designed to carry or transport. In computing, the amount of data that can be transmitted over a communication system.
Examples:
Payload capacity. Satellite payload. The payload for the rocket launch included several satellites and scientific instruments.
Pigeon.
A stout-bodied bird with a small head, short legs, and a short, cooing call, typically found in cities and domesticated for food.
Examples:
A racing pigeon. Pigeon on the roof. The pigeon perched on the windowsill, pecking at the breadcrumbs left for it.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Compute.
To make a mathematical calculation.
Examples:
Compute an average score. Compute the value. I tried to compute the efficiency of the investment.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Physics.
The science of matter and energy and their interactions.
Examples:
Nuclear physics. Laws of physics. He studied the physics of radiation.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Parasite.
An organism that lives on or in another organism and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense.
Examples:
Blood-sucking parasite. Parasite disease. Tapeworms are parasites that live in the intestines of humans and animals.
Caterpillar.
The worm-like larva of a butterfly or moth.
Examples:
Caterpillar of a butterfly. Caterpillar in a cocoon. The woolly bear caterpillar munched on leaves all day.
Grain.
Wheat or any other small hard seeds used as a food, a relatively small granular particle of a substance.
Examples:
A grain of sand. Flour made from grain. Ordinary air purifiers cannot adequately remove pollen grains.
Organism.
A tiny living thing.
Examples:
Aerobic organism. Group of organisms. A diversified plant species generally enhances beneficial organism populations.
Paramecium.
A single-celled freshwater organism characterized by a slipper-like shape and the presence of cilia, used for movement and food gathering.
Examples:
Paramecium species. Paramecium reproduction. The paramecium colony flourished in the petri dish, providing a perfect sample for our experiment.
Amoeba.
A single-celled organism that typically has the shape of a small, round blob and moves by means of temporary projections, called pseudopodia.
Examples:
Amoeba culture. Amoeba movement. The pathogenetic amoeba moved by extending and retracting its pseudopodia.
Nucleus.
The central and most important part of something, Biology, a part of the cell containing DNA and RNA and responsible for growth and reproduction. Physics, the very dense central region of an atom.
Examples:
Form a nucleus. The nucleus of a team. DNA is stored in the nucleus of a cell.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples:
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Frontier.
A border that separates two countries, or the area near this line.
Examples:
Frontier disputes. The Italian frontier with Switzerland. He worked at the frontier of behavioral economics.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Multiplex.
A cinema complex with several screens or theaters showing different films at the same time, an electronic device that allows several signals to be transmitted or processed simultaneously through a single channel. Adjective, relating to or consisting of multiple interconnected parts or elements.
Examples:
Multiplex telegraphy. Multiplex DNA analysis. The new multiplex cinema has 12 screens showing the latest movies.
Hardware.
Durable tools, machinery, and other equipment, the physical and electronic parts of a computer or other electronic systems.
Examples:
The hardware department. A vast inventory of hardware. The mouse and keyboard are essential hardware for operating a PC.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
Learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Chew.
To crush or grind something, especially food, with the teeth and then swallow it.
Examples:
Chew each word. Chew a stick of gum. My dog loves to chew on bones.
Crab.
A sea creature with 2 large claws and a flattened back. Example, blue crab or king crab, a sour or grumpy person who is prone to complaining or criticizing.
Examples:
Crab cakes. Crab legs. I ordered a plate of fresh crab at the seafood restaurant.
Carapace.
The hard, protective shell or covering that covers the body of some animals, such as turtles, crabs, and insects.
Examples:
Armored carapace. Fossilized carapace. The turtle's hard carapace protected it from predators.
Gastric.
Relating to the stomach or the digestive system, characterized by or causing discomfort or pain in the stomach or upper abdomen.
Examples:
Gastric issues. Gastric cancer. After eating spicy food, some people experience gastric distress like heartburn and indigestion.
Grind.
To reduce something to small particles or powder by crushing or rubbing it, to work hard over a long period of time.
Examples:
Grind away at my work. Grind your teeth. She had to grind the coffee beans before making a fresh cup.
Endoscope.
A medical instrument that consists of a long, flexible tube with a light and a camera on end, used to examine the interior of a body cavity or organ visually.
Examples:
Medical endoscope. Flexible endoscope. The doctor used a diagnostic endoscope to examine the patient's stomach during the medical procedure.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Ganglion.
A group of nerve cells located outside the brain and spinal cord, often forming a swelling or knot, responsible for controlling certain bodily functions or movements.
Examples:
Ganglion cyst. Spinal ganglion. The patient's ganglion was causing severe pain in their wrist.
Inundate.
To flood or overwhelm with an excessive amount of something.
Examples:
Inundate swaths of farmland. Inundate his entire body. The heavy rain inundated the low-lying areas and caused flooding.
Modulate.
To change the key, style, loudness, etc. of something in music to create a particular effect, to fix or adjust the time, amount, degree, or rate of something.
Examples:
Modulate the function. Modulate from one key to another. These chemicals modulate the effect of metabolism.
Alter.
To cause to change or make different.
Examples:
Alter a decision. Alter data in a file. The design of the web page has altered slightly.
Innervate.
To supply an organ or part of the body with nerves, to stimulate action.
Examples:
Innervate the internal organs. Innervate a muscle. Several types of nerve fiber innervate different sensory receptors on the skin.
Eve.
Also as eve, the day or period of time immediately preceding a particular event. The biblical figure, who was the first woman and wife of Adam, according to the Jewish and Christian faiths.
Examples:
Eve of the party. Christmas Eve. The eve of the wedding was filled with excitement and anticipation.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Cluster.
A group of similar things or people close together, often forming a distinct mass or unit.
Examples:
Live in a cluster. A cluster of stars. A cluster of grapes hung from the vine.
Extrapolate.
To guess or think about what might happen or estimate something using the facts that you have now.
Examples:
Extrapolate the results. Extrapolate animal dose. This predictive model mechanically extrapolates past trends into the future.
Laboratory.
A workplace for doing scientific research or teaching science, a lab.
Examples:
Laboratory accident. Anthropology laboratory. Animal protection groups call for an end to animal testing in a laboratory.
Simulate.
To make a pretense of someone's behavior or looks, to reproduce something that exists in real life using computers, models, etc., usually for study or training purposes.
Examples:
Simulate climate change. Simulate a future scenario. He had painted the wood to simulate stone.
Tether.
To tie or secure an animal, person, or object with a rope, chain, or other similar devices to prevent it from moving too far away. Noun, a rope or chain used to tie up or restrain an animal, such as a horse or dog.
Examples:
Tether a horse. Tether strap. The hiker tethered their dog to a tree while they camped for the night.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Display.
To exhibit or show something to others, often to attract attention or demonstrate its features, properties, or value.
Examples:
Display merchandise. Display artwork. We need to display our products in an attractive way to attract customers.
Steer.
To control the direction or movement of a vehicle, to direct a course of action, to guide or motivate someone.
Examples:
Steer a steady course. Steer a conversation. The captain told him to steer the ship north.
Stripe.
A long, narrow band of a different color or texture than the surface on which it appears.
Examples:
A white stripe. Stripe texture. The plates have a blue stripe around the edge.
Guidance.
Advice or instructions given to help direct someone's behavior or decision-making.
Examples:
Vocational guidance. Guidance counselor. The mentor provided guidance to the young entrepreneur, helping her navigate the business world.
Modify.
To change something slightly, such as a plan, option, law, etc., especially to make it more suitable for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Genetically modify food. Modify my behavior. We use adverbs to modify verbs and adjectives.
Arena.
A large, flat area, often circular or oval shaped, designed to showcase theater, musical performances, or sporting events.
Examples:
Indoor arena. Political arena. The company is planning to build a 20,000-seat arena with a retractable roof.
Physiology.
The branch of the biological sciences dealing with the functioning of organisms.
Examples:
Human physiology. Physiology research. Physiology is the science of how living things work.
Preparation.
The activity of getting ready for something or making something ready.
Examples:
A preparation program. The preparation of meals. He helped me with the preparation of this book.
Doctoral.
Of or relating to doctorate, equals the highest degree from a university, or the achievement of a doctorate.
Examples:
Doctoral program. Doctoral research. She is pursuing a doctoral degree in psychology to become a licensed therapist.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Electrode.
Either of 2 points or ends of a conductor at which electricity enters or leaves an object, substance, or region.
Examples:
Platinum electrodes. Electrode corrosion. It is important to place the electrodes in the correct position for accurate electrocardiogram recording.
Genetically.
In a way that relates to or is produced by genes, equals the units in the cells of a living thing received by an animal or plant from its parents, or heredity.
Examples:
Genetically inherited traits. Genetically manipulated plant. The genetically modified crops were resistant to pests and required less water.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Trace.
To find or discover someone or something that was lost.
Examples:
Trace a telephone call. Trace back to medieval times. Let's trace the origins of some familiar foreign words.
Membrane.
A soft, thin layer that forms animal or vegetable tissue.
Examples:
Cell membranes. Nuclear membrane. Loud noises might harm the fragile ear membrane.
Quiescent.
Being in a state of quietness, rest, or inactivity, dormant or temporarily inactive.
Examples:
Quiescent period. Quiescent state. After a long day of work, she found solace in the quiescent atmosphere of her home.
Dopamine.
A chemical substance produced by nerve cells as a neurotransmitter. As a drug, it is used to treat shock and hypotension.
Examples:
Dopamine inhibiting agent. Antagonism of dopamine. The drug controls the level of dopamine in the brain.
Canonical.
Relating to or following the accepted, authorized, or traditional rules, standards, or beliefs, especially in religion or literature.
Examples:
Canonical form. Canonical books. The canonical Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are the most authoritative.
Vertebrate.
Relating to animals that have a backbone or spinal column, such as mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish.
Examples:
the muscle tissue of a vertebrate. Vertebrate biology. The presence of a backbone is a defining characteristic of vertebrate animals.
Invertebrate.
A class of animals that do not have a backbone. They include insects, worms, and mollusks.
Examples:
invertebrate species. Study of invertebrates. Many species of marine invertebrates, such as corals and sponges, are important components of ocean ecosystems.
Pyramid.
A polyhedron having a polygonal base and triangular sides with a common vertex, a massive monument with a square base and 4 triangular sides, begun by Cheops around 2700 BC as royal tombs in ancient Egypt.
Examples:
pyramid architecture. A truncated pyramid. The Egyptian pyramids consist of a vast number of blocks.
Spike.
A narrow, thin, pointed piece of metal, wood, etc., a sudden large increase in the magnitude or concentration of something.
Examples:
to spike. To prevent blood sugar spikes. The recent spike in grain prices is partly due to the war in the producing countries.
Locust.
A type of grasshopper that can travel in large swarms and cause extensive damage to crops, can also refer to various other insects such as cicadas or katydids.
Examples:
locust army. Locust plague. The locust infestation destroyed the crops, causing widespread famine.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Dendrite.
A branched, tree-like structure that extends from a neuron equals nerve cell and receives signals from other neurons and sensory receptors.
Examples:
dendrite growth. Basal dendrite. Damage to dendrites can result in communication problems between neurons and may contribute to certain neurological disorders.
Axon.
A long and slender projection of a nerve cell, or neuron, that sends out signals away from the nerve cell.
Examples:
an axon of a nerve cell. The axon terminals. We are developing a technology to promote the elongation and regeneration of sensory nerve axons.
Synapse.
The fact or state of failing to finish an activity and of stopping using, making, or doing it.
Examples:
synapse circuit. And at a synapse. Animals transmit nerve impulses through synapses.
Interdigitation.
The act or process of intertwining or interlocking, the state of being intricately interconnected or interwoven.
Examples:
interdigitation pattern, interdigitation process. The interdigitation of the nerve fibers allows for efficient transmission of signals in the brain.
Possibility:
a chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
possibility for growth, possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Computation:
the act or process of calculating something, especially an answer or amount, by using a machine or calculator.
Examples:
parallel computation, theory of computation. The researcher demonstrated the superiority of quantum computation in several mathematical tasks.
Compartment:
a separate section or part of a larger enclosed space, such as a train carriage or a ship's cabin.
Examples:
compartment door, a watertight compartment. The train's compartment was small but comfortable.
Multitasking:
the ability to do more than one task at the same time, the state of doing more than one task at the same time.
Examples:
computer multitasking, multitasking ability. She could finish all her work on time because of her multitasking skills.
Mast:
a long pole aboard a boat or ship that holds up the sails.
Examples:
mast height, built up mast. The main cabin is located in front of the mast.
SWAT:
to strike or hit someone or something with a quick, sharp blow, usually with the hand or a flat object. Noun, an acronym that stands for Special Weapons and Tactics, specialized groups within police departments that are trained to handle high-risk operations that regular officers are not equipped to deal with.
Examples:
expertly swat back the ball, SWAT operation. I had to swat away a fly that was buzzing around my head.